everybody, Steve Woody here with a long overdue video. Many of you asked if I could do a video explaining how I play Beautiful Things by Gungor. And it's basically the way that he plays it with a couple subtle differences that I didn't even realize I was playing differently. But a couple things to remember as I go through this video. One, I'm from Alabama, and I sound like I'm from Alabama, especially when I'm not concentrating on not sounding like I'm from Alabama. So just deal with it. Second thing, this song is in drop D. And so it means that all the chords that we're going to play are the same as standard tuning, except for the G chord that we played at the beginning of the song. And so you can also play it in standard tuning using a capo, capoing on 2 and leaving the E open, and I'll show you how to do that at the end of the video for those of you who don't want to mess with drop D. Excuse me. Alright, so let's get started. Hope you can see everything okay. Last time I tried it, it was all out of focus, so hope this works. Our G has moved from 3rd fret up to 5th fret because we're in drop D. So we've got 5th fret and the E. On the G we're on the 4th fret, and the B we're on the 3rd. So, and I don't know if you can see this. I'm using just these 4 strings, and these 4 strings are what I'm playing most of the time. If I ever hit these 5th string, I'm hitting it with my thumb, and so these are almost always here. I always leave my pinky down. It's a bad habit. So you're going to add your pinky here to the 6th fret on the G, and then do a D chord with this pinky hitting the 4th fret on the D, which I believe is an F sharp. So here I'm doing these, and then these 2. Then also you've got these couple little licks which are very similar, but it's just, so it's 2, 4 on the D, 2 on the G, and then open back on the D. So, and then the second time, so just 2, 4, 2, open, all on the D string. Get to the B minor, or whatever it is. I'm barring on the 2nd fret the whole way across, hitting these first 2 strings, the A and the D, and then hitting the top 2 strings, the B and the E, and then so moving to a and then back to the G. And that's the whole verse, both the first, and the first repeat, and then the 2nd verse, 3rd verse. It's all the same. It's up to you whether you want to continue finger picking, or some of you may even be using a pick. I'm terrible with the pick. That's why I don't use one. You may be strumming, in which case if you are strumming and you've got a full band, you may want to leave off the, because it's kind of hard to hit. And especially with a full band, probably nobody's going to notice that you're doing it, so why go through the trouble? But going into the chorus, it's just your D. On the album, the band always hits on the 2 and the 4, so you make beautiful things, you make beautiful, go on like that. But I generally, as you saw from the other video, would do like a out of dust, something like that. Like I said, just I slap the strings a lot, just kind of my little thing. So it's up to you whether you want to do either of those. See, coming out of the chorus, let's see, the chorus. And stays on D the whole time. Coming out of the chorus, that little it goes sort of like an intro back into the verse. Out of us. It's back to the G. Typically here, I'm doing this, which is I'm hitting these bottom strings, and I'm hitting somewhere around the 14th or the 15th fret of these two, because that's an octave above what I've got down here. So there should be a harmonic on both of those. And so if you're lucky, you might hit one of them and it'll sound really pretty. Sometimes we won't, and it'll just sound like we're smacking the guitar, which is what it sounds like most of the time. Okay, so that's it for the verses and the chorus. The chorus right before the instrumental, he does the chorus twice. The second time he does it, there's a different feel to it. The way I do it is probably different from the way everybody else would, but out of us, and all I'm doing is moving my first finger from the 2nd fret up to the 3rd fret on the G. And then it goes all the way to the instrumental. Okay, the instrumental is very, very simple. It's just doing octaves. So you're starting out on the 5th and 7th, so they're all Ds. Then you're just and these two are always going to be two frets apart, so it should be real simple to switch between them. And the whole time you're really only hitting those 3 strings. You're using this hand over here to mute the rest of the strings. So coming out of the instrumental, we go to, I guess, the bridge, where Lisa is doing the "You Make Me New." And what I'm doing there, over here, like I said, I'm hitting these 4 strings. Over here, it's just a D, and into what I would probably figure is like a D diminished. I don't know my chords, but just going from the 3rd fret to the 2nd fret. Make me new, you are making me new. Make me new, you are making me new. And you can either take it up an octave there and stay on the "You Make Me New," like I did on my video, or you could go right back into the first line of the chorus and keep doing that diminished chord. You make beautiful things, you make beautiful things out of the dust. Back into the instrumental. And one thing to note, I realized after watching my other video, if you're playing by yourself, try not to just kill the strings, because you're going to get a lot of that going on. I tend to get rather excited and beat on the guitar. So, okay, coming out of the 2nd instrumental into the last line of the song, keep that diminished chord. That last note always kills me. But we're just ending on a D, and you may have noticed I never when I play a D, I never add my middle finger to this to the chord. I never hit it, and I don't like having that on the top. So I just like the way it sounds better. So that's all of that. Like I said, you can do it in standard tuning if that's what you want to do. Just get your capo on the 2nd fret, upside down, leaving this E open. And once again, that's going to change your G chord. But I figured this out tonight, and I like the way it sounds, especially in like a small, intimate environment. If it's just you by yourself, especially if you need to take it up a step or a few steps. But instead of doing your G like we did over here, we're back to a regular G since we've tuned it back up. And what I'm going to do is, leaving this finger on the G, actually I guess it's an A in this case, but on the 2nd fret relative to the capo of the G string, I'm hitting the G and B strings with these fingers, so 2, open, 2, 2, and all the rest of that is the same, even with the and then also your octaves for the instrumental are going to move up as well. And you can also do this if you have a 2nd capo. If you needed it up here for some reason, you can always do the same thing and just put your 2nd capo right here, just 2 behind it, and it will be the exact same. This up you'll have it. So anyway, that's how I play it. If y'all have any questions or if there's anything I missed, which was likely, leave me a comment and I'll try to get back to you guys a lot quicker than I did about this video. So I hope that helps you guys. I know a lot of you want to do this in church, and that's awesome. So God bless you guys. Have a good night.